All right, welcome to the JavaScript if statements crash course. We're going to start by looking at Boolean expressions, which are a key part of if statements. And if statements allow us to make our programs help select which code to run. So far, our programs have just done get some input, process that input, output the results. Now we're going to be able to do some tests and check some conditions and do different things based on different conditions. So we'll start by looking at our notes here for JavaScript Booleans. So we've looked at different data types. We've had the string data type and the number data type. There's also a Boolean data type, which is basically just true or false. Okay, so Boolean data is either, one of two options. It's either true or it's going to be false. And Boolean expressions are expressions that evaluate to true or false. I always like to think of this as, I compare it to mathematical expressions. I'm just going to run to the console here. And we can do like a mathematical expression, 2 plus 3, and we know that that will evaluate to a number, right? 2 plus 3 is 5. And with mathematical expressions, we use mathematical operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, that kind of stuff. So a Boolean expression is an expression that will evaluate to true or false. So 5 is greater than 8, and that evaluates to false. 10 is greater than 8, that evaluates to true. So just like a mathematical expression, we have operators, and it evaluates to something. Same here, we have different operators that will evaluate to true or false. And the operators that we deal with here are comparison and logical operators. Okay, so comparison operators are these ones here, comparing, checking equality, checking if something is not equal to something. Greater than equal to, less than equal to. And these are pretty straightforward, right? We can do just regular values, or we can check variables. Hey, the variable age is storing 15. Does age equal 15? Sure it does. So this would evaluate to true. Does age equal 18? No, it doesn't. So that would evaluate to false. Not equal to, right? So equal to is checking for equality is 3 equal signs. Not equal to is an exclamation mark, double equal signs. Is age not equal to 15? That's false. It is 15. Is age not equal to 13? That's true. Okay, so there is our expressions greater than equal to, less than equal to. Pretty intuitive. It evaluates the true or false. If we want to build larger Boolean expressions, we can use these logical operators and or, and not doesn't help us build larger ones, but it helps us with negation, doing the opposite. So the double ampersand and these double vertical bars, the ampersand is shift 7, and the double vertical bars are shift backslash right above your enter key. And these allow us to do larger. So we can have a simple Boolean expression and another Boolean expression. And the way the logical and works is the whole expression will be true if all of the connected expressions are true. And I just showed 2 here, but you could also have 3. You have as many as you want. If this is true, and this is true, and this is true, and this is true, you can build larger ones. So age is greater than 10, that's true. Age is less than 20, that's true. So since both of these are true, the whole thing will output true. Age is greater than 10, that's true. Age is less than 14, that's not true. So even though this one was true, and means that both of them have to be true. So it would output to false. Okay, the or means that at least one of these connected things has to be true. So here, age is less than 10, that's false. Age is greater than 20, nope, 15 is not greater than 20. Both of these are false, so the whole expression is false. Age is less than 10, that's false. Age is greater than 13, that's true. So at least one of them was true, so the whole expression becomes true, even though this one was false. And this one, 15 is greater than 10. 15 is they're both true in this case. So definitely the entire expression is true. Okay, and then the not operator just negates it. If let found is true, not found would be false. Found is false, not false is true. Okay, and that can come in handy when you want to find the opposite of testing for the opposite of something. Okay, so that's the main idea. And like I said, you can play around with it in here. Just gonna hit clear for a second. You can also build larger Boolean expressions, right? You can combine things and even use parentheses, right? 5 is greater than 3. and 10 is less than 15. And maybe I want to put parentheses around that and say, oops, or, 2 is greater than 1. Okay, so that evaluates to true. What if I made this false? Okay, so this part is false, like this half, right? This or is kind of connecting the two parentheses, but this still evaluates the true. Both of these things are true. Let's change that to 17, and now we're going to get false, right? This is true, but this isn't, so this entire expression would evaluate to false, and this is false as well, so the whole expression is false. If I made this true, because this or, right, even though this whole thing is false, this part's true, so the whole thing is true. Anyway, these are just some little examples with numbers and stuff. It makes a lot more sense when you're doing an actual program and you're testing different values, right? Testing user input. Maybe you're asking, like in the examples that I had, age, you're asking someone their age and you want to make sure they're within a certain range, that kind of stuff. Okay, that is the introduction to Boolean expressions using comparison and logical operators to build expressions that evaluate to true or false. Hope that made sense. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.